Welcome back to the Thinking Cab. My name is Ever Existed and also known as... I need to turn on my light. I need to turn on my headlight. Yeah, if not, I'll be driving in the dark. Let me take off my mask. So the question for the morning, well, for today, from this morning, was, why do pandemic exist? Now, look at it this way. Pandemic exists. Actually, this kind of event, massive death around the world, happens every 60 years. If you Google up every 60 years, there will be a huge amount of number of death that is happening around the world. And this is the reconciliation of the laws of cause and effect. Because if it doesn't happen, how will people believe? How will people continue to understand there is conscience, the law of conscience, the laws of nature that actually do exist, but people don't believe it. They don't have to believe it. They just have to learn to prove it to themselves, to understand how it works. I mean, we definitely do feel very sad for the death that happens around us. We definitely do. I do. But why does it happen? Why does it have to happen? That's because we can't see beyond this little box of ourselves. The box that we're not able to think outside of, right? Thinking outside the box is not just to think differently, but to think beyond this third dimensional form. That's what it means by thinking outside the box, yeah? So, here's a story, okay? There's a lake with a village right next to it. The lake dried up, okay? The lake dried up, but the people in the village that's right next to the dried up lake saw the fishes there, about to die and all that. Instead of saving them, what they did is they ate them all. Now I keep messing up the story. I'm sorry, that's a different story. That's the Buddha Sakyamuni story. Here's the different story. The story is that there's a village right next to this river. And this river, all of a sudden, there was a pouring rain, a monsoon rain, and that kind of risen up the riverbed, so the level of the water actually rised. So, and then there was a dragon's son who transformed himself to a big fish, start swimming, start playing around in the fish, in the river, and having a good time, of course. But little does he know that the water comes fast and also recedes fast. So what happened is that this prince, right, got caught in the middle of the water that has receded. Now, so the people in the village start to eat the fish piece by piece, start carving it off piece by piece. That's pretty sad for come on. If you're a giant person, got trapped and couldn't go anywhere, and your body start getting carved up piece by piece, you must go through a tremendous suffering, yeah? That people are going to eat your body like that? So, what happened is, so that fish died like that. Now, here's the thing. The dragon, the father, right, was not happy. He's like, about the people in the village. So he went up to heaven, to the Jade Emperor, like lower heaven. I guess it would be equivalent to Zeus in the Greek mythology, would be equivalent to something. They all have some sort of similarity behind it. So what happened is that that Jade Ember said to the dragon, saying, hey, the dragon, they're able to transform back and forth between humans and dragon form of dragons because their cultivation is so well. Okay? Kind of, yeah. But we'll get to that later. So, Jade Ember told the dragon, saying, of course, life for life, that is true. That is the law, of course. But you have to investigate each one of them. Make sure you do not kill the innocent. You have to make sure that you only kill the ones that hurt your son. So the dragon transformed to a human, went to the village, found out there was one grandma who did not eat the fish. So told the grandma, saying, here, because he transformed himself to a human form, saying, told the grandma, this is what happened. I'm gonna destroy this village. And grandma didn't know how or why, and they're not supposed to tell how it's supposed to work. This is called the heaven's secret, something like that. And so grandma asked the dragon, saying, hey, so how will I know? The dragon told him that the stone lion's eyes will turn red. Once he's turned red on the eastern gate of the village, around the village there's like different gates, and there will be two stone lions or something stone statues, kind of protect the whole village. Now the stone lion's eyes, they're stones. How could their lion's eyes turn red, right? So when they turn red, you do not look back. You just keep on going east. Go up. Just keep walking until you walk up all the way up to the top of the hill until you see me. Okay? Never ever look back. Kind of like the story in the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah, when the village was about to be destroyed, told him not to look back, and that woman looked back and turned to stone. But the dragon did not even tell her that, just saying, do not look back, just keep going forward, okay? No matter what, just keep going forward. And do not look back, of course, similar to the story. So what happens is that the grandma didn't know anything about it. So every morning, she would go to look at the stone lion in the eastern gate. And she would be squatting there waiting and looking at the stone lion. Of course, she's not supposed to tell anybody because that's a secret. Okay? The dragon told her not to tell anyone too. So she continued to go up there every day, day after day. But there are kids playing around over there, right? There are kids. So they were playing around, and all of a sudden noticed the grandma's like, why is she squatting over there watching the stone lion? And then they will go ask her, of course, and she does not tell them. She does not tell the kids because she's not supposed to. And then, but the kids can continue to persist, right? Day after day, just come, hey, so what's going on? What's happening? But one day, grandma was not paying attention, just like kind of really focused. Stop bothering me. I'm focusing on looking at the lions. Okay, saying, yeah, why are you looking at it? Yeah, why are you looking at the lions though? Yeah, I'm going to see if the lion's eyes turn red. If the eyes if that's what I'm waiting for the lion's eyes to turn red. So she slipped, saying that to the kids. Now the kids become more curious than the grandma. Actually arrive earlier, right even before grandma arrives, to look at the lion's eyes, right? Day after day, as the day goes by, the kids start wondering, wait a minute, did the grandma playing games with us? That's why we're looking at it. How could the stone lion's eyes turn red? So guess what? The kids went to get red paints and painted the lion's eyes red. And then hide around looking at the grandma, see how she would react. So the grandma saw the stone lion's eye turn red, become so frightened, wouldn't dare to look back. and just keep on going forward up the hill. Meet the dragon there, and the dragon turned around saying, now you can look back. The whole village is underneath the water. The flood came in, just took over the village, killed everybody in there, drowned everybody in there, and she survived. Now this story can also go to a friend who I driven before regarding the UFO story. The UFO, the Area 51, the aliens that got captured, and it was said to be filmed by some Hollywood, but that alien story is being zapped, being punished by the human to speak why he was here. And he was from the future. He said he himself was a human from the future. That's how they look after the nuclear war happened. And they come back to document what happened. They weren't going to try to change the true story whatsoever, but their spaceship got shot down or somehow got fell to the earth. And they were being tormented or not investigated. What's the word? A harsher word for investigation. So now, if it is done by Hollywood, wouldn't that be a hint for all of us humans to think, what is the message behind that? So we need to see further what is the heaven's will behind all human actions, so we can learn to elevate ourselves spiritually a little better than the others. All right. My name is Ever Existed. I'm signing off for now. Tomorrow we'll continue with another question. And hopefully you guys like it. Please check like, turn on notification, and subscribe. I thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.